We've got performances that'll make your head spin today on The Express. We're backstage with Cirque Du Soleil. On today's show, Cirque du Soleil's Vancouver premiere of Quidam.
A few surprises, which is I'll let people discover that on their own.
Surrey's one-of-a-kind men's roller derby team.
It's kind of like chaos on wheels.
U.B.C's Beaty Biodiversity Museum.
Definitely need to come here.
Beachland's Big Bird Sanctuary.
In the wild, there's only about 200 pairs left in the wild.
It's important to have knowledge, right?
See that and more local expression. Welcome to The Express. I'm Johanna Ward at Rogers Arena for a rehearsal of Cirque du Soleil's Quidam. You hear Cirque du Soleil, you know we're in for one amazing, astounding, and entertaining show. But not just with these performers, also with our first story. If you think that roller derby is just for hardcore girls, then think again. We're meeting the only men's roller derby team in all of BC, Vancouver Murder. Competitive roller derby is not just for women anymore. Men are joining the sport, and that's not surprising when you consider it's a cross between short track speed skating and hockey.
It has the adrenaline of the quick turns and the speed and the leaning over, but it also has the impact and the hits and the excitement of full contact hockey. It's kind of like chaos on wheels. It's a really incredible adrenaline rush sport.
These are the guys from Vancouver Murder, the only men's team in British Columbia.
We started up in May of 2010. We've grown exceptionally quickly, and we're up to 17 full-time skating members.
We're going to be taking on the Ballantines. This is going to be the second game in the doubleheader. I fully intend to bring it to those guys, that's for sure.
The team is playing a co-ed game, but don't think the men are going to have an easy time because of it.
There's not a skater on these teams that couldn't skate with us, and that's why we joined up. They can hit us, and some of them can hit almost as hard as the guys.
A big part of roller derby is finding your identity in the rink.
We each get to pick a derby name. It has to be unique. You know, it's just a little piece of fun, a little piece of identity. You get to build a personality around your name, and it's something different from your everyday life.
These guys say anyone can do this. You just have to figure out how the game works.
The strategic part of the game, most people see it as just a whole bunch of bodies flying around and people skating as fast as they can, but there's a whole lot more to it than that. There's a lot of strategy that goes on in this game.
Once you've got the rules down and you're on a team, you become part of the roller derby community.
Oh, I love the camaraderie. There's nothing like your derby brothers and sisters. No matter who you are, what you are, you can come and be a part of this sport.
Clearly, it's not hard to hit it off with these guys. I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Surrey for The Express. Noah says that anybody can take up roller derby, but if you think it might be a little too intense for you, they are also looking for volunteers to referee and help out with competitions. And the website is vancouvermurder.ca. Of course, if we're talking intense in the world of artistry and imagination, then we have it. After its world premiere in 1996 and tour of 5 continents, Cirque du Soleil presents Quidam in Vancouver for the dreamer in all of us.
Quidam is a show that talks about the anonymous passerby, which is the person that you meet in the streets that you cross every day, that you don't really pay attention to, but that has a story to tell. There's 50 artists altogether, and that includes all the acrobats, the musicians, the singers, the clowns. All together with the support staff, the technical staff, the artistic staff, we're about 100.
So a million times I'm sure you've heard, oh, you ran away to join the circus, but you actually ran away to go to school to join the circus.
Yes, Montreal Circus School, and I specialized in aerial hoop. And all of my friends back home, they were like, you're running away to be a clown?
Yeah.
No.
Running away to be a dancer, amazing performer, and an aerialist. I mean, I loved what you said, that it's actually like dancing up in the sky.
Yeah, I call myself an aerial dancer.
I could never do what you do because I'm very afraid of heights, but I love that you brought the hoop down low so I can just try it nice and low. Yeah, to my height. My height. Okay, so what are we going to do? Try something out here.
I think right now I'm going to teach you how to be a graceful lady in the moon.
Okay.
This is your moon.
Okay.
But you have to think of the beauty, not the pain, because it's a metal hoop and it does hurt. Just to sit, you're probably going to feel a little bit of pain. Now tilt your body,
Here.
and you can put this hand up here to help you, and bring in your shoulder.
And look less awkward as I do this. It's probably good.
So you need to let your bum fall a little more to the side.
There we go.
There. You'll feel
Get that booty
now
out of there.
You should be able to feel comfortable to let this go. Now just keep a focus point on the hoop, and I'm going to give you a little spin. Think of happy thoughts.
Okay. Beautiful. Do I look graceful? Because I feel awkward.
But you should relax this arm.
Okay.
There
we go. Now I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, now you're the lady in the moon.
Quidam was in the Big Top since 1996, and now we've been around the world, and we decided to transfer this into the arena so that we can explore new territories and new markets. It's quite a challenge. We had a lot of cast change. Almost 60% of the cast has changed from the Big Top to the arena. We had to do some modification to the technical aspect of the show because we need to be able to come in and out of an arena like this very quickly. The show itself is the same, so people who have seen Quidam before will recognize it, though has a fresh energy because of the new cast, a few surprises, which is I'll let people discover that on their own.
You can see Quidam here at the Rogers Arena until March the 13th. And later on today's Express, we'll take you into the wardrobe area and show you what they're doing different with the costumes. Right now on the show, we're off to a new museum at U.B.C, where they have a collection of the millions of specimens that biologists have been looking at for the past 100 years.
First of all, people will see the whale from the outside. It's in a beautiful glass box of a building. And here's this singular creature that is something you just focus on it, but you start to think about what it eats, what it evolved from, how it's connected to the world, both genetically and ecologically, and so it sort of pulls you into the whole story of biodiversity.
The whale is just the start of the Beaty Museum's appeal. The museum is a collection of over 2 million animal, plant, and everything in between specimens used by biodiversity researchers at U.B.C. over the university's history. And most of the research material is in the public space.
And the cabinets are locked, but there's a lot of windows into the cabinetry, and that means that coming down, as a visitor, you get a sense of the real research collections. For a kid coming down and seeing all this strange biodiversity, we think it could really change how they see the world.
Wayne's personal area of expertise is jumping spiders.
This is 4 different species of a jumping spider that's called Habernatus.
Wayne's like a kid in a candy shop here, and the real kids, they revel in the chance to get hands-on in the lab.
I like seeing these things.
Yeah?
There's like a bunch of weird parasites that I saw. It's just really, it's cool. You definitely need to come here.
It's really important that we have a point where the kids can touch, not just see. And so we've got a lab that they can get their hands wet with biodiversity and poke around and look under microscopes and so forth. And that's probably that more direct tactile experience and getting involved is really going to make a big difference. So we really see that possibility of inspiring kids as being one of our central missions.
It's important to have knowledge, right? It's good to know all these things. This place is just awesome.
I'm Erin Shaw in Vancouver for The Express.
Jumping spiders at the Beaty Museum. I love it. Although personally, I'm partial to the German wheel. You're watching The Express. After the break, I feel so happy in this outfit. Cirque Du Soleil's Quidam costumes.
Out of about 340 different species of parrots, over 100 are endangered.
A parrot sanctuary in Peachland.
You're watching local TV on the Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by...
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.